Hey, what's up, guys? We got ourselves some new drama in the Mr. Beast saga, and this new drama centers around Dogpack404 and a tweet that he posted about an hour ago. And the tweet is centered around, his third video that he released in the Exposing Mr. Beast series, where he talked about a guy named James Warren, who apparently is the real CEO of Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast's cousin and all these other things. And, in that video, he kind of talked about the whole thing of, well, this James Warren guy may or may not have allegedly committed an act of domestic violence. Okay, well, he has now pretty much retracted that whole thing. And we're going to break this whole thing down. Please watch the entire video before you start leaving comments and jumping to conclusions. Watch the entire video. First, let's go ahead and read the tweet, because I'm going to break this whole thing down. And we're going to put some perspective into this, right? We're going to put some perspective here. So this is the tweet that Dogpack made. I'm just making it a little bigger. And so this tweet right here by Dogpack, it says, James Warren DV charges update. The 6 NC criminal court cases were not for domestic violence. I still have some FOIA requests out, but an alleged current Mr. Beast employee reached out to me giving their side of the story. I think this person is mistaken with a lot of details, but I do now believe the James Warren domestic violence case that circulated the office was most likely the wrong James Warren. Of course, none of my sources knew that. I tried multiple times to get in touch with the person who allegedly found the charges before making my video and did not get a response. I should have waited on the FOIA request before mentioning the domestic violence charges allegations. However, I believe I was clear in my video that they were just allegations of charges. Charges are themselves unproven accusations, not convictions. I'm not a professional journalist or investigator. My goal is just to bring credible allegations to light so they can be properly investigated and people can be held accountable. I still believe there are other credible allegations involving James Warren that need to be investigated. And then under there is a text messages, it looks like, where Dogpack says, do you know about the James Warren DV charges? And then right here, whoever he's talking to, I'm assuming it's an employee. The employee says, people joke about this, but as far as I know, it's not true. One day we did a Google search in the office to check, but nothing. The originator of the rumors was Jimmy's ex-girlfriend, Maddie Spadell. Between you and me, she's a wine drunk and always wanted to gossip on set. She told me a lot, but everyone has to be nice to her because she was dating Jimmy. If you can't tell by now, Mr. Beast is filled with gossip, rumors, and toxic crap. New rumors every day. Dogpack's response to that was, damn, I heard blank found the charges and other corroborated, but okay. What do you know about LaCoya Hill? Okay, blank is a saint. I was very close with her. She was there when we Googled, but that domestic case was another James Warren. Jokes were made, but it wasn't him. Yeah, those jokes seem to convince a lot of people. I've also heard from people who have witnessed James' domestic abuse firsthand. Okay, let's go back up and let's just key in on a few things, right? So in his statement, he basically says that he should have waited for the FOIA request. It's right here. He says right here, I should have waited on the FOIA request before mentioning the domestic violence charges allegations. Now, he actually got called out for this by a guy named, what's the guy's name? Nicholas. Let me scroll down. I'm pretty sure he commented down here somewhere. Yeah, here he is right here. This guy right here, Nicholas, actually called Dogpack out right when he made the video before he even released his statement. And he basically called him out and said, like, why are you accusing James Warren of like these very serious charges when you don't have undeniable proof? Why didn't you, wait for the FOIA request to come back? Because I don't know if you guys know, but he did do an interview with a YouTuber named Oompaville. You might have heard of him. He's very big. He has like millions of subscribers. And in that interview, Dogpack basically talked about the fact that he's waiting on a FOIA request and it'll come out in 2 weeks. And basically what Nicholas said to Dogpack, as well as other people, is that Dogpack released his third video, Mr. Beast, too early, coming out with these allegations against James Warren. And so people are saying that what he did was wrong because they're saying he should have waited. And Dogpack is kind of admitting to that. Dogpack is literally saying right here, you guys are basically right that criticized me. I should have waited on the FOIA request before mentioning the domestic violence charges allegations. However, he does say this. He says, however, I believe I was clear in my video that they were just allegations of charges and not convictions. And I'm going to go ahead and just play a little bit of Dogpack's video because he's right. He was very clear in his video that those were allegations. I understand what he said in his video about this James Warren guy that we now know is completely false and didn't happen. He has no domestic violence charges, at least that we know of. Dogpack made it very clear that this is allegedly, and I'm just going to play part of the video so you guys can kind of see for yourself. Here we go.
On social media, it wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends. There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So I'm still having people look into these cases, specifically that surprise witness on YouTube.
Okay, so he literally says right here, this is already like everything you need to know. I'm not sure why so many people are like blowing up at him because he is getting a lot of pushback. He's getting a lot of people that are angry with him in the comments and are saying mean things or whatever. And my thing is, did you guys not watch his third video? Because I'm playing a timestamp for you right here. He literally says, allegedly, there's a bunch of people named James Warren, so I haven't been able to confirm if that's really him, but this is just what I'm hearing. That is what Dogpack is telling you. He made it very clear that this is what he's hearing, and based on what he said, he's basically insinuating that he basically doesn't really know if it's true or not. He's just throwing it out there because that is what he was told, okay? Now, let me get to another important part of his post that I wish he wouldn't have put in there just to give my honest critique of his post. He says right here, I'm not a professional journalist or investigator. My goal is just to bring credible allegations to light so they can be properly investigated and people can be held accountable. Reason why I don't like this is because there are a lot of people on YouTube who do incredible work. It's not just CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla is great. CoffeeZilla to me is the closest thing to a journalist / investigator that I've seen. He is incredible, but he's not the only one. There are so many other content creators who do amazing investigator, journalistic, whatever, journalism, great work, okay? They do great work in covering things. I've seen plenty of them. You do not have to be a professional journalist or investigator to do good journalism or to do a good investigation. And so the reason why I don't really like that he's saying that is because anybody can make a mistake. And trust me, Dogpack, journalists, credible, verifiable journalists who work for verifiable newspapers like the New York Times and CNN and NBC, they make mistakes all the time. So I just want to say this to you, Dogpack. If you ever see this video, you making a mistake, which I think you've acknowledged that you did. I think you made a blunder too, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'll give my full opinion on that in just a few seconds. But you making this mistake has nothing to do with you being a professional journalist or investigator, because those people have made way worse mistakes than you. Just go look it up. Go on Google and type in the biggest mistakes ever made by professional journalists. I've seen it. These guys with the New York Times and Washington Post, they screw up all the time. We are human beings. It happens. That does not take away. This is the main point that I want to articulate in this video. To all the people that are bashing Dogpack, which number one is so dumb, because he already said in this video, which I just played for you, that this is all allegedly. And, I'm still, there's a lot of different James Warrens and I'm still trying to figure this out. And, I'm getting help with the FOIA request from another YouTuber named That Surprise Witness. Like, he already kind of made that very clear there. But the other part to this is that making one little small blunder, because I do agree, I absolutely think, and he agrees because he just said it, that he should have waited until he got absolute confirmation that James Warren did that before he even mentioned the name in the same sentence as domestic violence. I agree. He agrees. We all agree. That does not take away from Dogpack404's credibility. I know the crazies and Keemstar, the Mr. Beast apologist, the Mr. Beast simp, is going to try to say that, oh, this discredits him. He's crazy. He doesn't know anything. No, this guy has done incredible work. Dogpack, you have done incredible work. And making one small mistake does not take away from your entire, all the great work you've done exposing Mr. Beast. You have exposed a lot of things that many of us have a lot of burning questions about that Mr. Beast needs to respond to. According to Keemstar, he's going to respond this week. It's already Thursday, so I don't know how accurate that was, but whatever. The bottom line is, I still think Dogpack's a good guy. Dogpack, I would say this is the time where if I were you, I wouldn't even really read comments because I don't want them to get to you and kind of sway you. I don't know if they will. I don't know Dogpack. I don't know how it affects comments. Comments affect people differently. Some people, it destroys them. Some people, they can handle it. I don't know. But the bottom line is the internet will destroy you if you let it. If I were Dogpack, I would say, you know what? I made a mistake. I owned up to it. I am going to move on and keep exposing Mr. Beast. That is what I think Dogpack should do. Because Dogpack said that he's coming out with like a huge part 3 that has all these like serious allegations. Hopefully that's still coming out. But I just want to say, I hope that the people who are upset with Mr. Beast and who are paying attention to the story do not turn on Dogpack because he made one little small blunder, which really isn't even that huge because he did say in his video that there were numerous James Warrens and blah, blah, blah. So again, I'm just saying it doesn't seem like that big of a deal where people need to just start attacking him. Because like I said, if you just look at the bottom of this tweet, you got Willie Mack Show. He's a big YouTuber. You know, you just pushed false allegations to 2 million people, blah, blah, blah. And then Keemstar, ha, 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 ha. The guy's such a child. I don't like Keemstar. I don't think anybody likes Keemstar. I mean, what's wrong with that dude? And then you got Nicholas. All you have to do was wait a week, man. I don't know why this had to even be a discussion. I mean, hey, this person says, hey, did you guys know spreading unconfirmed allegations, which are later proven to be false and harmful, could be considered defamatory? Okay. Damn, it's almost like you should not make claims without more than hearsay. Okay, so bottom line is you guys get the point. That is the drama that is taking place. Again, I just wanted to cover it because I think it's important that we put everything into perspective. You're probably going to see a lot of YouTube channels that are just going to completely destroy Dogpack and try to make it seem like he's not credible. But I think that perspective matters. Did he make a small mistake? Yes. But at the end of the day, that does not take away from the hours of investigating and research and talking to employees and talking to other people and all that. And some of the things that he brought to light on his YouTube videos that have gotten millions of views because of the great work that he has done. This small situation does not take away from that. Dogpack, I hope you are still coming out with part 3, and I am looking forward to it. That's today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.